Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're playing a HavenCraft Lion Bunny deck. We've played a lot of Lion Bunnycraft decks because there are just so many variations on them at the moment, and that is one of the more popular decks right up there with Portal. So I thought, why not cover this one? This is from one of the SVO players, I believe, and it's a pretty decent variant with Assault Priest. We're not running any goblins or anything, only running 2 Etherwind, so you can try and get as many hares as possible. Ideally, you want to be playing Hare on 4 or Salvation on 4. You're trying to mulligan for stuff like Holy Temple normally. I don't all the time, but that tends to be what you want to focus on. Otherwise, everything else is just really solid. So we're going to get right into this and check it out. So our first match is against a dragon. Dragon is definitely top 3 at the moment, I would say, personally. This isn't a too bad start. Featherfall is actually not a bad turn 1 play typically, as it does become active right around when you want it. I probably should have mulliganed away the Prism Swing and Legendary Fighter though, and aimed for a little bit of a better setup. But considering we're going second, we end up with a pretty decent draw anyway. So we are going to get a pretty nice chance here to go for pretty much anything we want. Gemstone is definitely not a bad line of play. Servant of Disdain and Disciple of Lust, they're going for draw power. They've already gone for some ramp, so no surprise there. We do have the Prism Swing, which is actually going to be a nice pickup. Just limits whatever potential damage they could do to us. And our turn 4 is looking to just be a pure Saint Hare play. Plus we're going to have our Owl playable, which is why I actually like playing Owl on 1, because by turn 4 it's playable and you could easily combo it with the Salvation or, of course, the Hares. I would have went for Salvation, but I think Hares right now is just more valuable. So we're going to take out the 2-drops since we don't want them cleaning up the bunnies too easily. We want them to work to clean up these bunnies. And, of course, we flood our deck with them again. Violet Dragoon. Not too bad. Even with an Evo, it's only going to take out one of these cards. And of course, they go for the Capri, no surprise. But we have a pretty nice setup, especially with another Hare play. Being able to flood the board even further. Although the Evolve isn't anywhere near as valuable, it's definitely worth it to get that trade. And we can of course go for Wind as well, which is going to pretty much restock the board back to what it was. I was very impressed by how easily these bunnies can snowball. And of course they end up with quite a nice play, but it's not really that great considering what they're leaving us on board with. And we end up with our own Featherfall play as well. Plus a ward setup, so can't really argue with that too much. We also have the Evo, which we're going to hold on to because Holy Line of Salvation is a thing too. So no surprise we see the Concede. Now for the next match we have Haven versus Haven.
I assure you the pleasure's mine. My barrier is impenetrable.
And that's not a bad start, I guess. Seraphic Blade is actually quite nice to use. Although it's still not good enough. That's why we were definitely hard mulliganing for any kind of tempo plays, I guess, really. Anything like the Holy Line of Salvation plays, or just really anything we could use, Temple. Even a bunny would have been nice. We did end up getting one on the draw, but definitely not as nice to try and risk getting it on the draw. So definitely hard mulliganing is always the way to go if you don't have anything of full-on use. Forbidden Teachings, though, is going to be an okay line of play, considering we do have Prism Swing and a Holy Lion Crystal, so we're not going to be able to play absolutely nothing next turn. And we did end up getting the Temple. Temple might have been alright, but I definitely want to deal with the Legendary Fighter now before it becomes a potential problem. And I do have the Saint Hares play on 4. So we are going to get a lot of value out of this. Our opponent did end up going into the waiting for response mode. I thought at that point that he probably disconnected or left, but didn't turn out that way, so that was actually alright. It just must have been a little connection dip for a second.
Coming at ya,
Blackened Scripture, and left a couple of bunnies up. Great value for us, especially since we can go for the temples now and then go for the Holy Lion plays next, which is actually going to work out pretty well. This will probably be on the shorter side, which is no real surprise considering we've covered a few Lion Honey decks now, and I don't want to drag them out too much for you guys. So if you guys were able to enjoy this shorter video, it definitely still performs really well. As you saw, getting a turn 4 win if you play bunnies or even Holy Line of Salvation is very easy and quick, as most people will concede fairly early on once you start playing cards like that out. Also, you can easily combo, of course, the Holy Lions and the Assault Priest into your deck very quickly, get those snowballing, really makes a difference to the board. We do have another non-bunny deck that will be coming up in a future video. That's more lion focused. There's no bunnies in it, of course, hence the name. And I think we have a few rune decks and stuff to mess around with. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more content. You'll find deck list in the description below. Until next time, see ya.